Are you ready to get your fix?
With the Wicks here on this beautiful Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. And welcome to the show. This channel is where you're going to get endless amounts of NFL content. So if that's something you would like, consider hitting that subscribe, as our new goal is 150 subscribers. We're at 105, so only 45 left to go. Make sure to hit that subscribe if you so choose to. Now, as every Wednesday throughout the rest of the season, today we will be giving you the power rankings, my Week 5 power rankings, not NFL's, not ESPN's, no. These are my power rankings, so you guys can feel free to put in the comment section what you agree with, what you disagree with, what should be changed, yada yada. And then we'll be going through my game picks. Now, my game picks are obviously, or actually done between me and two of my buddies, just kind of thrown into a little grouping. So we'll get to that real quick. Let's start off the bat, working our way from 32 to number 1 in the NFL with my Week 5 power ranking. Starting off with number 32, the Houston Texans. They are down 2 spots. They just can't figure out how to win a ball game, and that goes for the one right above them at 31. The Washington Commanders, down 3 spot. This team is atrocious. They could very well end up in last place next week. I can't remember who they face off the top of my head, but they are in trouble. Now down 3 spots, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. This offense is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Mitchell Trubisky ends up getting benched for Kenny Pickett, and he comes in, throws a couple of interceptions against the Jets. The Jets beat him. This team, this offense, terrible. Their defense, pretty solid, but you got to put points on the board to win a ball game, so they're down 3. At number 29, up 3 spots, the New York Jets. Put them over the Steelers because they beat them. Up 3 spots, the Seattle Seahawks at 28. This team can go when it wants to go. Otherwise, more times than not, they're not great. Up 2 spots, the Atlanta Falcons at 27. Then the Bears will stay put at 26 as of right now. We need to see a little bit more spunk out of them, if you will. And at the same spot as well, the Carolina Panthers at 25. This team is capable of winning ball games. They just have to go out there and show that they can win ball games. Baker Mayfield struggling, has actually a lot of struggles right now. So Carolina, I'm keeping them at 25. At 24, down 2 spots, the Indianapolis Colts. This team, look, they pieced together a nice win just a week ago, I believe it was. And then they go out there and they lay an egg to the Tennessee Titans. So they're down 2. Up 1 spot at number 23, the New England Patriots. They pull off a pretty, they don't pull it off. They lose. But they did it with a third-string quarterback, sent the game into overtime against the Green Bay Packers, who aren't as great as you'd think they will, but in my power rankings, well, you'll see where they're at. So they are down or up 1. At number 22, down 6 spots, the Denver Broncos. This team, top to bottom, it could be good, but it's not. It's just not. What else do you want me to tell you? Like, Russell Wilson, yeah, he helps that team out, but doesn't help when your offensive line really doesn't do much. Your defense is kind of slow. It's just, there's a lot of different things that play in the factor of why I have the Denver Broncos at 22. At 21, down 2 spots, the Detroit Lions. Number 1 scoring offense, last defense in the NFL. Got to be better. They also lost to the Seattle Seahawks, in which the game put up 93 points. So I think Detroit should have won that game. However, that was not the case. Up 3 spots at 20, the Las Vegas Raiders. They did pretty well this past weekend, beating the Denver Broncos, and they got their first win. So we're moving them up to number 20. And at 19, down 1 spot, the Cleveland Browns. They lose to the Atlanta Falcons. In Atlanta, can't do that, especially when you're supposed to be a pretty decent team for the most part. At 18, up 2 spots, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've said this the past couple weeks. They found the right coach. They look to be on the right track. That culture seems to be building in the perfect direction. I like what I see from the Jaguars. I think you guys might as well. They are shocking. Okay, they're going to have more wins than we expect them to this season, so they're up at 18. At 17, up 4 spots, the New York Giants. This team is a juggernaut at this time. I guess you could kind of, not really a juggernaut, but they're good. Okay, 3-1. Who would have thought the New York Giants would be 3-1? The only reason I have them at 17, I've been slowly moving them up because I want to see them win week by week, and they put up a good battle against the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see what they have in London against the Green Bay Packers. Up one spot at 16, the New Orleans Saints almost got away with a dub in London against the Minnesota Vikings, but they did not, okay? Now, that makes you kind of wonder what they would be like with a full healthy team with Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. Literally, I think they were riddled with, I want to say 12 injuries or something like that. It was a ridiculous amount of injuries. So I moved them up one spot because I believe they're better than the teams that are below them. At 15, staying right where they have been for the past week anyways, the Dallas Cowboys. And then at 14, staying at the same spot as well, the Tennessee Titans. Now at 13, we have the Los Angeles Chargers going down one spot. They've been hit or miss. They can be good or they can be bad. I see this team maybe missing the playoffs, honestly. Maybe missing the playoffs at this point in the season. It's way too early, but right now they're sitting at 13. At number 12, down one spot, the Arizona Cardinals. They did end up winning their ball game. However, the teams that I have above them, I believe, are capable of beating the Arizona Cardinals and are better than them. So that's why I put Arizona at 12. Now at 11, up two spots after their win in London, going to be actually going 3-0, being the first team to be 3-0 in London. They get a nice win over the Saints, 28-25. The Vikings move up two spots. This is a team where, look, they're 3-1. They're leading their division. Who knows what we have in store, what they have in store for us for the next couple of weeks. So I have them at 11, not quite in the top 10. At number 10, down four spots, the Los Angeles Rams. They got absolutely slaughtered, okay, by the San Francisco 49ers. This team does not look good. I'm not sure what they're missing, but they seemed as if they only go to Cooper Kupp. And that's worrisome. That's very worrisome. They can't get the run game going. Their defense, it's Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, and that's it. So that's probably why they lost. So they're at 10. At number 9, staying right where they should be, for me anyways, the Baltimore Ravens. I've seen a stat at some point where they have basically been trailing in games this season. In 4 games this season, they've been trailing for a total of like 14 seconds or something like that, and they're still 2-2. So therefore, they ain't moving up. They ain't moving down. They're at 9. Now up 2 spots at number 8, the Cincinnati Bengals. Trying to get something going. Who knows if their offensive line can actually be better than it has been, because it's been terrible. If that continues, I could see them slipping out of the top 10 next week. I really could, especially if they suffer a loss. That offensive line is really, the game's won in the trenches. They have to be better. Okay, plain and simple. At number 7, down 3 spots, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did lose to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, who put up, well, points fast. Okay, we've seen that. They can put points up in a blink of an eye. And they did that against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's why Tampa is down 3 spots, plus with the whole, drama around Tom Brady. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm a massive fan of Tom Brady, my favorite player in the NFL. But it is what it is. They're at 7. And my top 6 teams, these are 1 through 6, ladies and gentlemen. You can agree with them. You can disagree with them. Let me know in the comments. But here they are. At 6, down 4 spots, the Miami Dolphins. After losing to a I don't even know how to put, I don't even know what word could describe to his injury. Just awful. Okay, I wouldn't say devastating. It's awful. It's terrible. You don't wish that upon anybody. But that's a big hit to their offense. Okay, he's what makes them go. Yes, the receivers, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, are massive pieces of that, but you need your starting quarterback. The guy that's going to lead you to the promised land isn't there right now, so I moved them down to number 6. Staying right at number 5, where they have been for at least the past week, the Green Bay Packers. They pull off a win in overtime against the New England Patriots. I think they definitely should have won this game by a bigger margin, so that's why I'm not moving them up. I'm not moving them down. They stay at number 5. Up 3 spots after they, beat down the Los Angeles Rams. The 49ers move up 3 at number 4. Now up 5 spots at number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems as if they're starting to flourish at the exact time, or exact right time, that they should be to make a playoff push and try to win that division. It is only week 5. Okay, so I could be getting over myself, but at the same time, this is a good Chiefs team. They shouldn't be taken lightly, and they could put up points in a blink of an eye. At number 2, down one spot. This was a tough one for me. I wanted to put the Bills at number 1. I wanted to keep them at number 1 because I still believe they are the best team in the National Football League, and it ain't even close. That's what I believe. I think this team can beat any single team or anybody in this league. No problem. However, I had to move them down one spot because of the simple fact that at number 1, up 2 spots, the Philadelphia Eagles are the sole undefeated team in the National Football League. Let that sink in. They started 2-5 just a year ago. Now they're 4-0. They're looking good. Jalen Hurts is a dog. So that's why I got the Eagles at number 1. Now let's go over to my game picks. This is done with me and 2 of my buddies, where basically the green circle you see is the majority of us, or 2 of 3, or 3 of us, all 3 of us, select that team to win, and we'll kind of go about our business. But here are the game picks. Starting with Thursday Night Football, the Colts at the Denver Broncos. We all chose the Broncos to win this game. The Colts, I think, just won't get it done. Then we have the New York Giants taking on the Green Bay Packers. John and Logan have the Green Bay Packers winning this game. However, I think the Giants are going to win. For some reason, they're being 3-1. Saquon Barkley's on an absolute tear as of late. I think they're going to bounce back after that Dallas Cowboys loss and punch Green Bay in the mouth in London. Plain and simple. That's why I have the Giants. Then we have Chicago at Minnesota. Minnesota's like 7.5-point favorites to win this game, and they should be for a reason. We all 3 chose Minnesota. Then we have the Chargers at the Cleveland Browns. Me and John picked the Chargers to win this game. I think they're the better overall team. However, Logan chose the Cleveland Browns for the sole fact that he is a massive fan of the Cleveland Browns. He has hope for his team. I like it, but also the Browns could beat the Chargers. It's very possible. Then we have the Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. This is a no-brainer. There's no way Pittsburgh comes out with a dub. Absolutely no way. Buffalo gets the win. Then we have the Detroit Lions at the New England Patriots. Logan and myself have the Detroit Lions winning this one, as the New England Patriots was only selected by John. I took Detroit mainly due to the fact that New England's dealing with a little bit of a quarterback issue. Mac Jones seems to be day-to-day, but it could be a couple weeks. Brian Hoyer suffered that injury last week. Something with his head, concussion or something like that, so he could get the start this week. And if not, it's Bailey Zappi. It's Bailey Zappi, third-string quarterback, but it's Bill Belichick, so you never know. Then we have the Seattle Seahawks at the New Orleans Saints. Me and John have the Saints win this game. They're the better team. Logan has the Seahawks. Then we have the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Another one, Jets aren't going to win this game. I still think Teddy Bridgewater is capable of beating the Jets, his old team, his nemesis, whatever you want to say. Miami Dolphins get a dub. And then we go on to the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We all 3 chose the Buccaneers to win this game. And then we have Tennessee at Washington. I think Tennessee will win this one, hopefully. And then the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right now, as it stands today, Jacksonville is the far better team. Far better team. But that doesn't mean Houston's not hungry for a win. But we all 3 chose the Jags. Then we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Carolina Panthers. John and I chose the San Francisco 49ers for the simple fact they're the better team. Okay, how many times do I have to say this? Okay, Logan chose the Carolina Panthers to win. Possible. I don't see it happening. And we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Los Angeles Rams. John and I chose the Rams. Logan chose the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a great game. It could literally go either way. The Rams could come out firing on all cylinders and just beat up the Cowboys and move on with a win, but the Cowboys can do the same to the Rams, so it's kind of a toss-up. Then we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Arizona Cardinals. Me and Logan have the Eagles because they are 4-0, but this is going to be a good game. John has the Cardinals, so who knows? Then we have the Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens for Sunday Night Football. Another good game. I just think Baltimore, actually probably all 3 of us think that Baltimore is going to cause way too much pressure on Joey Burrow, where he's going to have to make split-second decisions, probably make a couple mistakes, and ultimately lose the ball game. The Ravens win this one. And for Monday Night Football, we have a divisional matchup, a rival matchup, the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. with what the Raiders have looked like compared to what the Chiefs have looked like, this is kind of a no-brainer. Chiefs get the win. So anyways, those are my power rankings and my game picks for week 5. Tune in next Wednesday or even tomorrow for more content surrounding the NFL. And most importantly, consider hitting that subscribe, as our new goal is 150 subs by, well, let's see if we can get it done by week 7, the beginning of week 7. I think it's very doable, so make sure to hit that sub. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And you just got your fix with the Wicks.